Ah. I was just in there. What is this? I can't get rid of that. Yeah. Huh? Oh, war trap. walk right through that.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. 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 Mm. Ho ho! Whoa. Oh. Mm. Mm. Ho ho!
Hey!
Yay. Not too stable when it's doing. Okay.
Ah, yeah.
Oh.
Huh.
Ah, right on. Portal. What in the... What the... Fucking B-boy. Yep, dude.
Eh.
Boom, boom.
Once, we were like children, foolish but happy. That was before we learned that our gods could die. Gaia, the Earth Mother, wellspring of life. We found her broken and bleeding, and with her last breath, our world was shattered. We call it the Hunger, for that is what it does. It consumes. Then came the wars. Brutal, desperate, and endless. When the gods are angry, mortals pay the price. Some of us pay it more than once. My lord's offer was simple. Eternal life for eternal service. I am immortal, chosen by the gods to pick over the bones of this dying world, to bring them glory, wealth, and power. I am not alone. There are others. We do not love them, but we serve them. For they are our gods. We are their crows.
You I play this game. Game status loading. Loading.
You can't ATM.
Oh, you can't? Wow. I got so excited for nothing. What happened? They brought the servers down?
All server are down.
Wow. That's unfortunate. Well then. Where do you see like the server status? Yeah.
About 15 minutes ago.
Oh wow. Yikes.
I like the avatar.
Thank you. Yeah, where's this stuff posted at? Forums? Probably on the forums. Check out the forum. So, server status. Login server service. Posted 2 hours ago.
I was playing and everyone in my guild was kicked.
So 2 hours ago, last update for tonight. We'll be monitoring the servers continuously. If you get disconnected, just try to log back in and it should let you in. So, is there anything on Twitter? So I can only guess that like the servers are dead and everybody's asleep on the dev team or something. They have somebody on call to push the button.
You should see server where you are looking now.
Yeah, I see there's an archive. It's kind of weird because like the game doesn't tell you anything. Add friends to murder of crows. Must be party mode. Oh, the chat server's back up. Now we're seeing people chatting.
MMO lunch issues.
We weren't seeing people chatting before.
EA chat never went down for me.
Yeah, I never got connected to chat. Oh, is this game coming out on Steam? Oh, it doesn't pop up when I search it.
Gentlemen, can you
What is this, TikTok? Yeah.
please explain to me what it is about the sundresses that you like so much?
Why do men like sundresses?
Allow me to regale you by asking you some questions. What is it about getting an extra $1,000 that you love so much?
I don't get it.
What is it about that first sip of water after a day spent in the scorching sun that you love so much? What is it about nourishing your body with food after having spent the day famished that you love so much? Seeing the yams in such a beautiful and vulnerable state is a reminder to us that although hell is upon us, the heavens still take their time to shine and smile upon our lowly lives and remind us that life is very good.
That was pretty good. I'm a big fan of sundresses myself. server guys just replied, I'm on Smoko, so leave me alone. I know that song, because I got an Aussie friend that, like, introduced me to it. I think it's the Chats is the name of the band. Yeah, I bought the game, made my character. Also, that's what I was gonna talk about, was like, when you make your character, like, the game doesn't tell you anything, which I thought was kind of weird. Like, what does Constitution, Dexterity, and Intellect, Spirit, and Strength all do? I mean, I guess it's pretty obvious, like, Constitution has something to do with your health, Dexterity, who knows. Intellect, probably, like, magic damage and healing, scaling, like spells. It's something to do with spells. Spirit, maybe something to do with your, like, resource pool, whether it's mana or something else, and Strength, probably, like, melee combat or something. I don't, like, it doesn't tell you anything. All it tells you is, like, this class has the primary attribute of this, that, or the other. And this is the kind of resource they use. Okay, cool.
EA character creation is lacking but the starting areas are full of information.
Oh, okay, that's good. I don't know. I want to play, like, some kind of caster class, so I picked Frostweaver. And then I went with Faye because Faye has Fairy Fire. And for 30 seconds, like, whoever you Fairy Fire can't go into stealth. So, to hell with anything that can go invisible. I guess their stat spread isn't, like, the most min-max for a spellcaster, because you probably want big intellect, so you probably want to play High Elf. And then High Elf also gets, like, crit damage. And I guess a 10% reduction to their spells, what Mental Fortitude does or something. But screw stealth classes. I don't want to deal with that. Decreasing their anti-critical strike by 8%. Okay, so it... Does that effectively give you 8% more crit chance against them? Well, it's just like... I guess it's a defensive stat and it reduces it by 8%, so that's probably okay.
Hey Fat, did you use to RIG your avatar? Very smooth animations.
Blender? Like, I've always done everything in Blender. I think it's just that the tracking is really good for what I'm using. That, and I have, like, the settings cranked up to, like, have maximum tracking. It's kind of a CPU hog. I might have to lower it though, depending on, like, how resource intensive this game is. Because if I play something like League of Legends, that game doesn't use anything. So I can, like, crank the settings for tracking and stuff and have it track at a high frame rate. If I play another game that's, like, really heavy on CPU, then I typically have to...
You have to give Blender a shot. I have Adobe Share Animator and Cubism.
Yeah, well, mine is a 3D model, so, like, I don't have live 2D cubism because this isn't a 2D avatar. I was originally gonna do a live 2D avatar, but the person that I commissioned,
Adobe can do either.
I commissioned like I commissioned a year, and I was on a 1-year wait list, and then like 5 months into it, the dude like asked me to cancel. I was just like, okay. To leave a guild, you have to leave the guild from the website. You can't leave guilds in game. Interesting. I don't know if like they're memeing in the chat or if that's actually everything's like done from the like your account page in the web browser. Oh, right click your name in the guild interface to leave. Yeah, that would make
LOL I have an artist living in my
that
house.
would make more sense.
You can leave guild in game.
Yeah. It's like that would have been really awkward if you couldn't leave guild in game. Although there are like I'm pretty sure I've played games where like you can do everything from the web too. So I can close all these web browser tabs. I'm trying to look at the forums for like server status and stuff. Things, this kind of sucks. Like, booted up the stream, wanted to check this game out. All the all this like the servers died during the graveyard shift. I wonder if people already think like there's a tier list for this game, like what the best classes are and the best race combination. I mean, this game's like not even out yet, right? This is like beta. It's like buy-in beta or something. It's not, is it, or is this launch day? Did it launch like today or yesterday or whatever? Oh, connection lost. Now, did everything break?
No, this is release.
Oh, okay, this is launch. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, for 40 bucks, I figured why not. I wanted to, everybody's been waiting on like a new MMO. Everybody's been wanting something to play.
They may be shutting down login server for a full reboot.
Servers are currently in maintenance mode. Please try again later. Okay. Guess we will keep an eye on that. And in the meantime, something else while we're waiting.
I've been watching other people play through alpha and beta.
I think like I heard about this game like years ago, and it never like found a spot on my radar.
Jumped on it as soon as lunch.
I was looking forward to New World initially. I played like some of the like the betas or whatever for it. I was in the alpha and the beta. And I don't really care for that game at this point. I don't know, it's definitely like a wait and see. I'm not sure if I'll buy it on release or not. I feel like all my buddies that are interested in the game, the only reason anybody is gonna play it is because there's nothing else to play whatsoever. That's the vibe that I've been getting after a bunch of us played through like alpha and beta.
I'm killing time until Park Lock.
I've never played a Far Cry game. I don't really play single player games in general. I don't know if Far Cry has multiplayer or not. I did play the new Resident Evil though, which was like, that game was great. It was the first single player I played in a really long time. It was really good. I think like the next game I'll probably be playing when it comes out for sure is Lost Ark for the NA release.
I was playing Genshin Impact for the past week. That got old quick.
Yeah, like I had a period where like I was super into Genshin. To the point where like I was swiping and doing gacha pulls for that game. And I don't know, it's like I feel like Genshin's a game that I can always come back to. I just haven't really had the itch for it at all, despite like pretty cool new characters coming out and like the events going on and like more story quests to do. Like despite all that, I still just like haven't really felt an itch to play that game. I think the game's really good though. Like the story is really good. At least the Liyue story, like the final like fight and like the cinematic and stuff, like that was really well done. I really like that.
It looks amazing.
I wonder if Crowfall's still down.
I feel like I'm reading an over-dramatized book when I play Soul. IMO.
Wow, did we actually go through all the songs now?
So you study Japanese?
Not really. I wouldn't say I study Japanese. I just kind of learn as I go. I've never really put a whole lot of effort into actually studying. Hey Blue, what's up? Like, I've studied Japanese, but oh, it's kind of weird. Like, I took Japanese courses in college, but I didn't take them because I wanted to study the language. I took them for an easy A because I already knew Japanese.
I lived in Usawa for 3 years. I learned maybe 2 words.
Yeah, there's a lot of that where like people go study in Japan for like a whole academic year, and they come back having like learned nothing at all, let alone retain. Like, they're there studying Japanese, like they have to take Japanese language courses as a part of their curriculum, but they don't retain anything because, one, they're not there to study, they're there to like
I was there for work, so not school.
like party and stuff, which I get. If I went to Japan to study, I wouldn't be there to study. To me, it would just be like, that's just my visa. Like, that's just my method of getting a visa, so that I can go like experience living out there for a year and go hang out, meet people, party, whatever. But like those people that go and study abroad, oftentimes they're in like whatever program.
Japan is S open.
Alright, I can't do a song like this and like talk at the same time. They're there for like whatever program, and then they only like hang out with other English speakers. So they're actually like not really, they're not actually like practicing Japanese and learning Japanese and exposing themselves to the language, so they don't really get any better. Oh, cool, man. Are you still enlisted, or did you get out? Nice. Like retired is in like fuck you money for the rest of your life and you're just chilling? You don't have to work anymore, retired? If so, that's what's up, man. I hope like I can actually retire in my lifetime. Like, retirement in for my generation is kind of questionable, because a lot of jobs now, like, there's no people don't do pensions anymore. Like, it's all like 401k stuff. So really have to like, I don't know, you really have to like work for it. Servers are still in maintenance mode.
Work. Retired from the military but planning on working again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like just like a lot of places, there's no like a lot of jobs that previously did pensions. They switched over to 401k. So like if you were originally hired and working for the company or the union or whatever, and you were in the pension program, like you stayed in the pension program. But anybody that got hired after whatever date,
I'm bored, AF not working.
like everybody's on 401k now. Yeah, I know what that feels like. Like I left my last job. Well, not really. I kind of left, but I didn't. It was more like I was put in a position where I was like forced to leave because of some like
Everyone in America is on unemployment, it
like
seems.
some issues with HR and
I'm looking for
not,
a FED job for a second
like,
pension.
they didn't process my medical leave of absence correctly, so like they flagged me for like job abandonment when I had like my doctor documenting like I'm not fit to return to work until like my medical procedures and stuff are finished. But like someone in like whoever my case manager was didn't update my case when I called in to like do follow-ups. So like I ended up getting screwed. It's like, okay, well, I guess I don't really want to go back to this job anyways. So I took a break from working because
They are looking for any excuse.
I went to Florida for 4th of July with my dad. And like at the time I was looking for a job, and then my dad called me up and he was like, "Hey,
I'm in FL.
do you want to go to Florida for 4th of July to visit family and do fireworks and stuff?"
I've had a very similar thing happen to me.
And I was like, "Okay, sure." So I just, you know, I'll hold off on looking for a job until I got back, was the situation. Then I just got back
Orange, was that in
today.
Florida? I thought you were in Texas.
No, you can't do fireworks like that in Texas. Like, we don't have that stuff here. I've never seen fireworks like what I got to light off in Florida.
You looked burnt from the sun. Makes sense that it was Floridian sun.
Oh, I got toasted. I was about to do like I was about to be on some meme shit where like we get 100 viewers, I'll post feet pic.
Fat trees are you gonna light on fire?
Like, I'll post feet pic at 100 viewers. Cause I got like the best feet pic of all time.
Rule.
My sunburn was crazy out there.
OHA fireworks at every other house here. Nobody gives a damn here.
Floridians are something else, man. Like, Floridians are a different breed. There's something wrong out there. There's something in that swamp water. I don't know, man. And the reason I say that is because
Fireworks are illegal to do but legal to sell.
I don't know what part of Florida you were in. We got to light off all kinds of fireworks.
In Socal Fair I live. I just have to stand on my roof to watch a fireworks display.
It's like, so like there was this the neighbor across the street from my grandma's house. They got a house built, right? And so while I was there, like the house got finished, and it was like that house is awful. Like the landscaping work that they did for I don't know about the foundation, but like the driveway, like they didn't level that shit out enough. When they finished the roof, they left the oh shit, what the hell is it called? Damn, it's been so long since I've done like any home related stuff. The shingles. They left the shingles like on the roof.
That's what I'm saying. Fireworks everywhere. We did about 310 in fireworks over my pond.
Yeah.
I live in the Tampa area.
We did about how much did we spend? Spent like, I think we spent about 500 or 600, but we could have easily brought that down to 400 if we would have done all of our shopping at the second tent we went to that was doing a buy one get one deal. The first tent we went to was trash. Like, we got ripped off at that tent. If we would have done all of our
LOL
shopping,
サッツ A ナイス 4th オブジュライ
if we would have done all of our shopping at this buy one get one tent, it would have been like we would have got so much more for our money. Like, I mean, it just makes sense. Like, buy one get one, and instead of just like the only thing we got was 10% military discount because my dad's a veteran. That was like the only thing we got from the first tent we went to. So, and like the second tent we went to had more product, a greater variety of product, and they were doing buy one get one. Like, it was pretty much like lesson learned. It was a lot of lessons learned. But you can see I posted a bunch of clips of the fireworks that we shot off on
ショッ
Twitter.
プラスとマイニュート they will do anything to
So-
get RID of share stock
If you wanna check out some of the stuff we lit off, I tried to get as many like clips of different stuff we did as I could. There was one that I missed that I really regretted not being able to get on camera, and it was a glitter firework from one of the these like big ass bottle rockets we got, and there was only one, and I missed it, and I was kind of bummed about that because it was nice. But back to the story about this neighbor and their new built house. So when they finished the roof, they left the shingles like when you buy roofing shingles, they come in like a big ass like pack. It's like a big, it's just like a they're all wrapped in like whatever, like plastic, whatever the hell. Like it's a pack, it's like a bag, shingles. And so they left all that shit on the roof. And it's like, okay, so you know, ask them like, all right, why did you guys leave all the shingles up there if the roof is done? Like if the roof is finished, why wouldn't you take whatever you didn't use off the roof and like whatever, pack it up, put it in the garage, something? Like, why are you leaving it on the roof? And like the contractor goes like, whoever, like the manager or whatever goes, yeah, we're leaving it up there in case there's leaks or like it doesn't pass inspection or something. Or wait, I think it already passed inspection. Everything passed inspection. It's like, yeah, just in case there's any leaks and we need to patch it up. And it's like, excuse me? If there's any leaks, like what? How about you do the job right the first time? It blew my mind. How like unprofessional. And that's not even the worst part. Like, aside from them doing a sloppy job on the landscaping and like leveling out the plot that they built the house on, because like I said before, the driveway is on like a really stupid angle. Like, they did not do a good job with that driveway into the house. But the worst part about that house is that the front door is backwards. The hinges for the front door are outside. The door opens outward. And we told him, it's like, you put the door on wrong.
WTF
And the dude's like, no, this is how we do doors in Florida. This is the Florida way. Like, this is how we do the houses. Like, this is the design that was picked out from the catalog or whatever. And it's like, no, this is not a Florida thing. This is like, you're an idiot thing. All you gotta do is pop those hinges out and you're in. And it, like, you're getting paid for, like, if I was the homeowner, if I was the one that contracted these guys, that hired these contractors, it's like, you're gonna fix my door. Like, you're not putting my front door in with the hinges facing outwards. Like, no. Yeah, the terrible contractor. But apparently this dude's building all kinds of houses throughout the neighborhood out there in that area. Like, the dude's building a lot of houses there. And it just blew my mind. And it's also a stick house. But like, I think most houses in Florida, I really can't say most houses, but a lot of houses are cinder block, because Florida is very humid. It's very wet out there. So you really don't want a stick house. You don't want a house made of wood. You don't want a house with a wooden frame, because it's like that wood is it's gonna have a very short lifespan compared to like having a wood frame, like a stick house in a different climate, such as Texas or something, where there's less
シン
humidity.
ダーブロックエクステリアウォールズ&オットインテリアウォールズアーダモ
Yeah. Exactly. But this was a stick house. This was like this dude's building they're building a bunch of stick houses out there. And we ask them, like, you know, okay, so the wood is treated, they like put sealant or whatever on it, and okay, what's the lifespan, like what's the life expectancy of this house, and like how good is this wood going to be for 10 years? The fuck you
Sounds like they are scamming
like,
old folks.
the fuck you supposed to do after 10 years? People are coming out to Florida to retire. Like, that's their home that they want to live out the rest of their days in.
I'm
Because
sacrist. Wood cost more than block
right,
ATM.
yeah, wood is expensive right now. So they're using shitty wood that's like been shittily treated. No doubt about it whatsoever. Especially because that front door that they put on backwards, that wasn't even a front door. It was a service door. It's the kind of door that leads from your house into your garage. Like, the door didn't even have a peephole in it. Now, I know front doors that are service doors that just have peepholes like drilled into them. Like, you know, it's whatever. At least they put in the effort to turn the cheap piece of shit door into a front door. It's still a service door, but you know, at least it's got the peephole. Like, nah, it was like a bedroom door or something. It's a cheap piece of garbage, and it's put on backwards. Like, it blew my mind. It blew my mind that like these people contracted these guys to build this house, and they just like didn't recognize all these problems, and like didn't really like have anything to say when the problems got pointed out to them, and just like took the contractor's excuses and like just let them put it in their ass. Like, okay, get fucked. It was unbelievable, man. It blew my mind. Like, you're paying so much money to clear out the jungle from the plot of land, get all this work done, have this house built, and like you just get fucked, and then you don't try and like get what you should be getting out of your investment. Damn. It sucked while I was out there too, because it rained like all week for 4th of July week, and then like all the rain's gonna stop after next week or whatever. Like, next week is all the rain's like, it's not gonna rain as much or something. It was only like 30% throughout next week or some shit like that, compared to it being like 50% every day or more. So we stayed at a place with a pool, and we never
Sounds like Florida needs
got
better
to
civil engineers and construction
use the
workers.
pool like at all, because it was just raining all the time. Didn't get to go like kayaking or anything either, because it was raining all the time. Like, the most I got to do
How do you
was
get sunburnt then?
most I got to do was like, we went on an aero boat ride. Like, we went on like a swamp tour. It wasn't really a swamp tour, but we went on an aero boat through a swamp. They call it a lake.
LOL, I swim in the rain.
It was a big ass lake. It was a swamp. Everything out in Florida is a swamp. I got sunburned going to Cocoa Beach to watch the rocket launch. To watch the SpaceX rocket launch, where they launched, I believe it was the heaviest payload they've ever launched. And it was a bunch of vehicles and a ton of satellites. So I was out at Cocoa Beach to go watch that. And I didn't really get to see a whole lot, because it was further than we expected it to be. Like, if we would have gone to the Kennedy Space Center to watch it, I think we would have gotten a better view and got to like experience the sonic boom when the whatever, like the thrusters like made the landing back on land. Normally those things land on a boat, like somewhere on the ocean. Like, because I remember when I watched the astronaut launch for the International Space Station swap, I watched that. I watched the stream for that, and they landed it on a boat somewhere. But this time apparently they were able to, or allowed to have the thrusters land on land. But we were too far away. Like, we heard the sonic boom, but it like just kind of just barely. And the most that I got to see out of the launch itself was I could just see like a bright streak of light
Tell me something good about Florida.
from
I
the
might like therefore work in this field.
what's it called? From the thrusters. Like, all I could see was just the flare going up and then coming back down. Something good about Florida. Man, that's a tough
Honestly,
one.
summer is not the best time to visit Florida like most people assume. Rain, humidity,
Yeah.
heat, so many clouds everywhere.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't really think about anything good about Florida. Maybe that, like, the weather is pretty much, it's like there is no weather. It's hot.
Spring and fall are the best times in Florida.
Like, it doesn't get cold in Florida, which is why everybody comes to Florida in the winter or during whatever cold seasons, because it just doesn't really get cold in Florida. You don't have to deal with no snow or
Is it
anything
only
really.
benefit that it's not California?
I mean, the real benefits for Florida don't really have to do with the state, as like no income tax is something good about Florida. Something really good about Florida, actually, is that there's no income tax. That's why people are coming out there and coming out to Texas and I believe Nevada. People are getting out of California because of taxes. They're moving to no tax states. That's really what it's about. I don't know. I wasn't in Tampa, I wasn't in Miami, and I wasn't really in Orlando. I was out in the boonies, basically.
There are other reasons besides taxes.
So, like, I think, my experience basically being out in the sticks is a lot different than if I was in an urban area.
People leave California and then vote like it's California.
Like,
Morons.
I'm sure if I was in like an urban area, I would have had a lot better of a time. Despite that, I did get to check out the equestrian center, and that place is fucking awesome, man. That, like, if I lived in that area, I would become a horse fan. Like, that would become my hobby, is going out to the equestrian center and watching horses jump. I didn't get to see any horses jump because when I did go to check it out, it was like in the afternoon.
More sensible regulations for business is IMO.
So, like, when they're doing like the things at the equestrian center, it's like throughout the morning up until about 3 p.m. or so. And I went and checked it out around like 6 p.m. or 7. So there was absolutely nothing going on. But I just got to check out the campus, and it was cool as hell.
I live behind a small horse ranch.
Yeah, apparently Florida is the horse capital of America, which I didn't know that. Yeah, the only thing I know
Yes,
about
that's
Florida
reasonable.
is everybody's hiring everywhere, but apparently nobody's paying shit. Like the wages for jobs out in Florida are trash.
Why does Texas hate fireworks?
Texas doesn't hate fireworks. I just Texas, you can do fireworks in Texas. I've just never bought the kind of fireworks that I was able to get my hands on in Florida. I've never seen them for sale. The stuff that I bought in Florida is like performance grade. Like, you're getting the big boom and the big like effects. like the kind of shit that you go out to a fireworks show at like the state fair or whatever. That's the kind of shit that I got to shoot off. And then typically, if you do fireworks anywhere else, you're playing with bottle rockets and black cats.
Wages are not as bad as you think here in Florida for a FEW.
It's like, it's small stuff. But in Florida, they were selling the big shit. It was awesome.
Someone in our neighborhood waited for people to go to bed before they brought out the illegal shit.
Yeah. Like when I used to live out up in Illinois, everybody would go get fireworks in Indiana.
Motor, baby.
Yeah, we did 5-inch mortars. It was fucking godlike. God. I wish we would have done them first though, instead of last, because we could have used those tubes for all the other stuff. Like those were actually some nice tubes instead of like shitty cardboard tubes. They were like really thick plastic. Yeah, there's work out there in Florida. Everybody's hiring because there ain't like everybody living out there is retired. There's like not a lot of working age or working like abled, like physically capable of working. Because everybody out there is old and retired. There's not a lot
LOL, I
of young
invite
people.
everyone here in my neighborhood.
But then again, like I was out the sticks. I was out in like the retirement region in like Central Florida and not in the city. I'm like 100% sure that if I was in an urban area, whether it's Orlando, Tampa, or Miami, it would have been a completely different experience. I was out in the boonies where there's nothing but old people and horses, and that's it. Despite that, I did have a good time. Like, I went out and got to do what I came to do, which was blow a bunch of shit up.
Most of Florida is retired old people.
Yeah. What blew my mind, though, like, besides the backward door bullshit, and, like, and besides, like, the Black Bears and the fucking Lynxes or the Florida Panthers or whatever the hell it was that I saw out there, like, besides all of the, like, invasive species, what truly blew my mind was this place called the Villages. There's this place in Florida called the Villages, and it's an old folks community. Like, it is a place in Florida that you can only live there, you can only purchase a residence there if you are 55 or older. Or probably otherwise you have a lot of money and you can just like slap them. You can just slap them with a paycheck to let you live there despite not being 55. Like if you're an investor, then I'm sure you can have a house out in the Villages without being 55 and older. But that's beside the point. You have to be 55 and older to get a residence out in this place called the Villages. This place is fucking huge. I'm talking like you take your like you take your average like neighborhood, right? You take your average town. I'm talking like a whole town neighborhood. No, not a neighborhood. I'm taking a whole town. And you have this like you have 5 towns. And they are all a part of this mega retirement community called the Villages. Like that's the whole like thing. Is this place is just everything is the Villages. And you have these towns. They're basically entire towns.
Sun City Center is the biggest in Florida.
And there was like 5 of them. And like they're all named something different, and like some of them have like a theme. Like the one that are like relative or friend of the family or whatever she was. She lives in the villages, and her like town's theme was like Mexico. It was like a Mexican themed, like the architecture and the street names, everything was Hispanic. And not just these like towns that compose this like mega community. You have the residential area, and then you have like a commercial entertainment area that's separate, but it's a part of this like communal network. And they have like live music there every night. It's a square. It's like if you go to like the downtown square of your local town, it is like that, where it's an entire square of buildings, of restaurants, of businesses, and then like in the center of the square, they, at least in this specific place, they're doing live music like every night, and it's a bunch of old white people dancing and drinking. And so that is not what blew my mind though. Like just how expansive and large this place was. And and also they had like 9 golf courses. But that's not what blew my mind. What blew my mind was when the lady that lives there was telling us about how many swingers. Yes, and everybody's driving golf carts and parking in car spots with their stupid golf cart taking up the whole damn space. Like that, yeah, that was annoying. Damn golf carts. But she was telling us about how all these old people out here, like everybody's swinging. They got stickers on the back of their cars that like signify what kind of swinger they are. Like, we're a male-female couple looking for male or looking for female. Like, they got like stickers on the back of their cars or the back of their golf cart or whatever, like basically denoting like what kind of swinger they are, like what kind of swinger that the couple is. Like looking for wife swap, they got a sticker for that on the back of their car or something. And she was telling us all about this shit, and it was nuts, man. All the old people out there, man, they're all fucking and partying. They're living it up, and they're living it harder than the kids. They're doing a better job than the college students. Of tearing it up. That is insane. That's nuts, man. And my dad was telling me about this one, like when he went on vacation somewhere. I forgot. I think it was it was like somewhere in Mexico when he went to Cancun or something. He was telling me that about like the hotel or resort or whatever that he was staying at. He's saying that there's like a certain hotel that's a part of the resort or whatever. Like if you request that hotel, that is the swinger hotel, and like you specifically request that hotel, and then you have something with a pineapple. Like you wear a pineapple t-shirt, or you put like a pineapple pin badge on your shirt or something. If you got a pineapple, that means you're a swinger if you're staying at that hotel. He's telling me about that. Nuts. I wonder if we can play this game now.
Put a pineapple in yours. And I have a pineapple Hawaiian shirt.
Also, when I was flying out of Florida, I have never seen a queue of planes on the runway. I had to wait in queue for the planes ahead of me
My wife would kill me to
take off.
story time.
Well, servers are still in maintenance mode. Also, there was birds. inside of the airport. I don't know how they got in. I don't know what kind of birds they were, but they were like hopping around everywhere, flying around.
How are the Floridian girls?
Floridian girls,
Busy weekend for Florida.
old enough to be my grandmother. That's how Floridian girls were. Old enough to be my mother and my grandmother. Although we did go to this bar, and this is what sucked about being out in the boonies, man. Is like it took like 45 minutes to drive to like a bar, because there was like no local bar, or if there was, it wasn't worth going to. So like it took like 45 minutes to drive to the bar. That's apparently the spot, and it was like the bar sucked.
I like a girl that's pushing the grave with no inheritor.
And like, oh yeah, this is where I was going with the story. So like, the first time we went to this bar, there's, you know, I could count the amount of young people on my hand. I could count the number of young people that were at that bar that whole night on my hand, and like, two of them were bartenders. Were like newly hired, or like bartender in training or some shit. And so one of them, I end up seeing again working at a restaurant that I went to eat at with my family out in the villages. And like, she was our waitress, and she was like, "Don't I know you guys from somewhere?" And I'm looking at her like, who is this chick? I don't recognize her. And she goes, "Oh yeah, like, you know, I met you guys at the bar." And then it hit me. I was like, oh shit, she's the bartender. And like, the reason I didn't recognize her was because like she did her hair like different. Like, she got her hair curled or whatever, permed or whatever the hell. Like, it was like a young black chick, and when I saw her at the bar, her hair was straight, and when I saw her at the restaurant like a week later, her hair was all curly. Like, she got her hair done. She looked nothing like she did before. Well, like, once I put two and two together, like, I recognized her face and her tattoos. Yeah, people were saying that like, you go to Gainesville, that's where all the young kids are, because the college is out there. I wanted to go to Tampa, I really did. It was like, my dad, I think it was like on a Sunday or something, my dad was playing in a golf tournament thing. He's a part of like some veterans golf thing. Yeah, I don't believe like half the shit people tell me. They're like, yeah, Gainesville, like Florida Gators, whatever the fuck, like that's where everybody's at. I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't believe it. It's like it's got to be Tampa, Miami, Orlando. That's all that matters. All the coastal areas. If you're not by the coast, then there's nothing going on. I know that 100%, because that's how it is in California.
Go there if you like hunting and fishing.
But shit, what was I about to talk about? Oh yeah, so like, my dad was playing in this golf thing, he's a part of some veterans golf thing. So he played in that tournament, and he was telling me like, yeah, the golf course is like out by Tampa, and it's gonna be like a 2-hour drive to go to the golf course. He was asking me if I wanted to go, and initially it was like, yeah, you know, I'll come. I'll come hang out and watch, like, you play golf, and, you know, watch the tournament, your caddy, whatever. And well, I can't do that because it's a private golf course or whatever, and the only people that are getting in are the people that are playing, unless you're bringing like your 6-year-old son with you or something. So I'm a bit out of that age group to just like accompany my dad on this golf. Here we are at some stupid rules or something. You can't bring a guest or whatever the shit, unless it's your wife or some shit. I don't know. But anyways, it was a situation where if I was gonna go, I was gonna have to find something to do while he's playing and then go pick him up while I'm out, after he's done. And so he's like, yeah, like the golf course is near Tampa. I was like, okay, so what's the golf course? So I can, look it up on the map and see if there's anything like in the area for me to do while you're playing golf. It wasn't anywhere near Tampa. It was like 45 minutes away from where we were staying, and Tampa was like a 2-hour drive. And I was like, this is like Tampa's like to the southwest, and this golf course is like just off to the west and slightly south. It's like not even halfway between here and Tampa. I was like, this is it wasn't really my dad's fault. He thought the golf course was somewhere that it wasn't, because the golf course was also like out in the sticks in some booty ass like place in the woods. But that was originally the plan, was like go out to play golf and then go to Tampa for the evening if we were gonna be in the area. So like after he's done playing golf, that's gonna take up the whole morning and probably most of the afternoon, and then after he's done, we go out to Tampa. But that ended up not happening because the logistics weren't what we thought they were gonna
People
be.
say near Tampa because that may have been the closest airport to fly into.
Yeah, our flight had us fly into Orlando for whatever reason. I don't know if there was an option. I'm sure there was an option, but I guess Orlando was probably the closest airport or something. Yeah, we flew in to Orlando International. You'll probably say near Tampa because like it's kind of like Illinois, where the only relevant city in Illinois is Chicago. So like, I'm from Chicago.
East Coast would have been Orlando Airport.
But to be specific, I'm from like a suburb near Chicago. But nobody's like gonna recognize anywhere in Illinois except for Chicago. Like I lived probably like 15-20 minutes away from Chicago or something.
I lived in Highland Park.
Like I lived in Chicago Heights. Like I grew up in Chicago Heights. But nobody knows what the hell Chicago Heights is or where that's at, so like I'm from Chicago. So I feel like when it comes to not just Florida or Illinois, but just like in general, it's like I live in Texas. And when people ask where in Texas are you from, it's like I live in Dallas. I don't live in Dallas. I live about 30 minutes away from Dallas. But
Just like people in SoCal, we just say we live near LA.
yeah. If I tell someone specifically where I live in Texas, it
I live in Little Tijuana.
doesn't like people don't know where it's at. So I tell them, yeah, I live out here. It's like, oh, where's that at? Oh, it's like 30 minutes away from Dallas or whatever. So just, and everybody does this. You just skip that whole like
Fort Worth.
part of the conversation, and it's like, yeah, I live in Dallas, and then it makes sense to the majority of people. No, if you tell people you live in Fort Worth, they know where that's at usually.
Is Chicago Heights near Indiana?
Yeah, Chicago Heights is near Indiana. It's near northwest Indiana border. Yeah, these servers still aren't up.
I know where it is.
Yeah, I know where Highland Park is. There must be like either they're having trouble like getting the servers going again, or there's just nobody during the graveyard shift. Well, I somebody's got to be on staff because they slap the servers, they flip the switch into maintenance mode. So I guess they're working on it. They probably had to call someone up and like, hey, you need to fix the servers. Like everything is shit in the bed right now.
Crazy how big America is, and everyone speaks English for the most part.
Right?
I take that for granted. They didn't tell everyone the day after lunch was maintenance day for the week.
Wait, is that a joke, or are you being serious that like it's actually going to be in maintenance mode? Like it's just launch day and then now we're done? I think you're joking. But I have to ask because I
That
know
was a joke.
I know absolutely nothing about this game other than like I've heard the name. I know a lot of people are there's people that like Kickstarter back this game like years ago. They've been super excited about it. They've been playing in the betas and stuff, and it's like, nah, I'm going in blind. The only thing I know about this game is it's open world PvP, and apparently it's like full loot. And like,
But typically main. Days are Tuesday or Wednesday
yeah,
for
that's
other
true.
games.
That's true for maintenance days. It's like I heard it's like full loot open world PvP. And so those are my buttons right there. You tell me that and I'm probably going to check the game out. And now my sunburn is in the peeling phase where I'm just getting sheets of skin.
There are a crab ton of people playing.
Yeah, there's nothing else to play. Like we've been in like the great gaming depression for the last couple of years.
I saw people everywhere.
There's just not a lot of games to play. And well, I mean, you could probably say there's plenty of games to play, and it's true. But I think what it is that I think in general creativity has hit like it's starting to plateau.
Nintendo is in a golden age after being in a depression for years.
Yeah, Nintendo's definitely in the golden age right now with their Switch.
パソコンスランピング I tore myself away from WoW after 16.5 years.
Yeah, screw WoW. I don't know how many years. I think I
Not missing it.
played TBC
Minecraft and mobile
and
games for
Wrath.
gaming.
I played TBC Wrath, and I think I came back to check out Cataclysm. No, not really. I think I came back and checked out Battle for Azeroth a little bit, and just like then Classic was coming around, and just nah, I didn't even bother with Classic. I was done with that game. But I think we've hit like a plateau in creativity, which is why everything that we're doing, like every new like media that's coming out is a remake, a remaster, or a
You already played classic.
the hell.
No interest in it.
Yeah, I'm not interested in playing Classic after playing it once in my life, and it was not like I think I played like the WoW Classic like beta or something, like you got to check it out, and I was like, yep, I remember this, and I don't want to do it again. I really do not want to do this again. It sucked. But yeah, all of the masters, the remasters, the remakes, and now we're just we're making is the word I'm looking for. Adaptations. Like Game of Thrones and stuff, where we're making adaptations to film or to a series, which I'm cool with that. There's a lot of good media out there, like Game of Thrones. Like making a TV series of Game of Thrones was great. How well they did it is a different thing entirely. But just the idea that like we're in that age now where we're taking comic books and novels, making stuff like making movies and TV series out of it, like that stuff, that's great, that's fine.
The remakes are killing the gaming communities.
But when it comes to gaming, we're not, there's no innovation, there's very little innovation. And there's also, I feel like there's also very little room for innovation, because it's almost to the point where we've exhausted all the ideas and what we're like capable of doing technologically. Like we can only fit so many players on one server, can only fit so many things on one screen, and like we've hit that plateau is what it feels like. And so no, I didn't play Red Dead 2 because it wasn't out on PC, and then by the time it came out on PC, I was just lost interest, which is what often happens with games like that. When it first came out and I was like checking out like streams and videos of it, I was like, man, this game looks so good. Like, man, I just want to do gang shit with the gang, man. Just want to do some gang shit with the boys. Like I was really wanted to play the game. And then when it finally came out on PC, it was just kind of
Playing is much better than watching.
I didn't want to spend $60
RDR was the best Rockstar has put out in years.
for like. It's a lot of it has to do with just like I really don't play single player games. I like playing games with my friends. I like shooting the shit with my buddies. I like online and like I like just the online interactions with people playing. It's like games that have local voice chat and stuff like that. Like you get to encounter just like some crazy ass people, and it's very entertaining.
RDO is not good IMO, but the story mode is amazing.
Yeah. My only problem with those games is like if they don't come out on PC when they launch, then by the time they come out, it's like I've lost interest. But again, it's mostly I'm just not really one to play very many single player games. It's hard for me to sit down and just play a game by myself. Which is why if I ever do like when I played the new Resident Evil game and I streamed it, and it was kind of cool. Because like I actually like dug that game. And I hadn't played a Resident Evil game since like Resident Evil 5 or something like that, or 6 maybe. No, I think it was either 5. I didn't play 6 or 7.
I played through RD 3 times already.
Yeah, Red Dead 2, like, it looked really good, what I saw of it. But, like, the biggest thing, I feel like the biggest reason for, like, this gaming slump is like, it's not necessarily, like, the developers' lack of trying and, like, people making attempts to innovate. It's that we have consumed so much gaming content and other outlets of media that